are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
It's been quite some time and a long journey for you.
Yes, yes.
So first of all, congratulations, Prakash. People, you see all the comments here, their faces, and everybody's smiling for your success because they're seeing themselves in you. Okay. So, but I want to go back and I want you to tell us a little bit about who was Prakash before you found your niche, you started your business in dog niche. What was your life like before Passionpreneurs?
Okay. So as everybody, Dev has introduced me as, I came from Odisha to find a dream of, getting the job, then, have a beautiful life. And this is not how it is when I realized that this is not what I want. And by the time it goes on, I felt that, like how all these IT people, I think they feel. And what I felt is like, this is not what I'm looking for, or this is not what I want exactly. And then I started searching, okay, and what to do, what not to do. And during that time in 2018, I was, my father had an accident. And that time, what happened? All the money what I saved from my job just went like just a second. And that moment I realized this is not is going to work like this. Like how many years can I work like this to just to save a few lakhs, and it can go like in a click. And that moment I started searching on YouTube, and then I found Dan Lok, HTC. That's how I made Dev. But still, I was not able to convince myself. And in Vancouver, me and Dev, in a hotel room, I was like, Dev, I'm planning to open a restaurant. That moment he said, is going to be flop. No, it can't be. Anyway, I did it. But STC, I was going, doing, the mindset was there. But, I was not able to put my 100% in. That 100% was not going to. And I lost that restaurant part. Then I was blank that time.
Tell us a little bit about that time. So how many years did you work in a job?
I worked almost 10 years.
10 years, right? So coming from Odisha, came to Bangalore, work in IT company for 10 years.
Yes, I was able to make 1 lakh a month. That is
1 lakh a month salary. You were fat at that time. You were obese, right? At that time.
Too fat. Now I actually little chubby now also.
Now you're reduced. Now you're reduced. Okay. So, oh wow, somebody, your colleague is here. Your colleague is saying, Prakash is my colleague, my friend, is Sunil.
That moment, what happened? During the restaurant time, I left my job thinking that this is going to work, and I gave everything in. But slowly, just downfall started, and there was few months also where it's very hard time that time. I had to eat on the top slice of the bread, the bottom and the top, because that was the leftover from the restaurant that I get. And that time I had just one of my dog, and barely surviving, like using my credit card to pay salaries, not able to save any single rupee. My bank account, my savings account went to minus 8,000, and more than 23 lakhs of loan from the credit card.
Wow.
And how much
what year was that, Prakash? What year was that?
It was in 2019.
2019. Okay.
2019, yes. So I was running the restaurant from 2018, but after 10 months, I just, hit the bottom. No money is there, barely able to pay the rent of the shop and as well as the house. Everything was going through credit cards. And then what happened? I was like, where shall I go? And that time, I think somebody, Nas called me. Like, there is this event happening. Dev also is coming to Bangalore. Why don't you join? I was like, okay, let's go there again now. I lost too much. Then I attended. Then I decided to go to Mumbai, and that's the where they've helped me out to figure out like what is it my passion? Is it the restaurant? Is it my job? Is it even till that time I was not sure that dogs are the thing, because I was liking them. I was doing everything selflessly. I never asked money for it. And I gave my whole and soul to the dogs, but not to the other things. And that moment I realized, oh, okay, this is what it is. I have to get into this. And with Dev's mentorship, with other mentors. Then what happened? I started it. Then pandemic. I think that is the time, Dev, I was about to cry on the call with Dev. Like I started, Dev, now what to do? No dogs, no boarding, no training, no grooming. What
I feel like a dog now. Somebody adopt me.
And at that moment, I was like, Dev, what to do now? Like now again, I about to lift. Again, I just came down very hard. And that was there that time my another passion was fitness. So they've said, let's do one thing. It will be a test how to do it for a month. I'm going to take my students, and I'll not charge anything for 1 month. But if they miss for a day, they have to pay 200 rupees, and for that they have to pay 6,000 per month. And if they continue for entire month, they will get the refund of 6,000. If they don't, I have to deduct for the thing. And that's how my fitness journey started there as a fitness coach. It was going on. Still, I have few clients from US, but that is also not giving me that fulfillment of what the dogs were giving. And during pandemic, people started searching about me, my work, and people started giving the word of mouth.
Just to give you a backstory, he was still creating content about dogs because he is passionate about it, right? He was doing dog rescue. He was creating, reviving the dog, making them healthy, right? And he was still doing a lot of dog related things. So he started building his social media, followings and little bit on SEO. And
Yes,
then,
during this pandemic time, before pandemic, I just had one dog. But during the pandemic, I rescued around 4 dogs. And they were not in a very good condition, like, mental state or physical state, both of them. And from there, this journey, people were able to see, how Shadow, Beano, Blue, and, all these dogs are able to, transform. And that's how people started connecting. And that trust factor came, like the me only. Like Prakash is the only guy who can.
And let me tell you one thing. Remember, I spoke about before you earn money, earn the blessings.
Yeah.
How many of you remember that? I told you, right? He started earning blessings. He was doing it all for free, rescuing dogs. He was not charging any money because of his passion. And he was sharing. I'm still getting goosebumps. He was sharing. Because I still remember those videos. And I still remember Blue, how he used to look, when he was skinny, and then, how he completely transformed and he shared. I was watching his stories at that time. He was getting a lot of blessings from people. And then, long story short, he combined his fitness and passion for dogs, and he transitioned into, I'm going to help dogs, with all the things that I can. And then you started dog hostel, right? Dog walking and then dog hostel.
So yes, boarding was there. It was not as like a primary. So it was just like a word of mouth. My dog grooming was first as a commercial I started, but boarding was going just on a sideline. But during pandemic, people reached out to me because people are sick and somebody has to take care of the dog. And that's how my Google and like this company I started, Second Home Dog Boarding. And from there, I realized there is a big gap in dog training and understanding the psychology. So I moved into dog training also. Plus, as I was doing this, I got collaborated with two of the big companies in Bangalore as a consultant. So I was helping their groomers to develop their grooming skills, as well as some other companies for their including, because I belong to a sales now, right? By doing HTC, so I was helping their business and generating more revenue. So that is also I was doing it. So this is how it all started. When I got into all this, and people I reached out because of the social media.
And tell us today, how much of revenue are you generating from your business, and what is your projection? How many of you want to know? How many of you want to know? From just the passion of dogs and grooming, he went from there to where? How much is he generating, and what is his vision as well?
So right now, I will tell you, for every month it is 7 figures. And it is on an average from 10 to 12 lakhs per month.
10 to 12 lakhs. Who is mind blown? Who is mind blown?
And yeah, 2022 is crossing 2.5 CR. and also to establish myself as a first kind of a dog behaviorist who in this Bangalore or across India, where I can be placed as India's first mentor or trainer who can train senior dogs
Very good. I
and
want you to
fierce
repeat it
dogs.
again. I will repeat it, okay? India's first dog behavioral trainer for senior dogs. How can you be more specific than this and Micronish? Who is mind blown right now? You see, it does not have to be just the coaching, training, physical product, digital product. These principles of positioning and marketing and branding applies across. And trust me, Prakash is one of his kind. He is the first of his kind to do this. Like a lot of people are there in the US and other places doing dog grooming and positioning and all that. But he's not only, first in this space, but also has got a strong positioning as well. That's why it is resulting in 2.5 crores. And what is the vision now, Prakash?
From revenue standpoint, for 2022, 2023, is to reach 2.3 CR. And by 2024, I want to cross 4 CRs. And in 2024, my plan is to open my first of a kind, one, that I'm calling as a experience center, where anybody can come, spend some time, and be involved in dogs' life journey, and they understand the things that needs to be done before taking a dog and then after taking a dog and their journey. So that is my goal, is to open a 10,000 square feet of space where these events like dog training, dog grooming, dog activities, dog cafe, events, night outs, and as of now, voluntary works like adoption, helping, that will be on the another side. But this is what I want to get into in 2024.
Wow.
And
How
that
are you
I
really
want to create
inspired by
India's
this?
first.
Huh? Good. Mind blown. Prakash, amazing. Thank you so much for coming and sharing. And
My pleasure, Dev.
But before we let you go, did you have self-doubts before
Yes.
you took a leap of faith in business or even investing in self-education?
I still have. This is part of
It's a never-ending process. It's a never-ending
It's
process.
never ending.
But how
It's
did you?
never ending. I still have.
I still want to ask you this question.
It is.
How do you muster the courage to take the step and still, though you have doubts, though you have fears, when you invested in yourself, like lakhs of rupees in mentorship program, you were down and out and negative. You do not have the clarity, but you still took a leap of faith. And then again, you did more mentorship and you joined Inner Circle as well. And then you continued the journey when things were not working out. So how do you muster this courage to continue to work even though things are not working out?
When down in first, I'll tell you, when the biggest step was when I didn't have much money and I came to Mumbai. I knew that there is something in me that I have to do. I was not having any courage, and I hope you remember I asked and told you, like, Dev, I don't have any money. What to do? And you said, what's going to happen if you don't do? And what's going to happen if you do it? And that made me think, if I don't do it anyway, I'm not doing anything. I'm just under the soil now. I might go deeper and deeper, maybe. But if I do something and you told me how to do it, there is always going up. I'm already inside the ground now. And that's how it all started. So I put whatever credit limit I had, just, take. And steps, actions, because end of the day, as you said, like limiting beliefs are there still with me there. Some days I'll be like, oh my god, what I'm doing now. But I took the step. Now I can't go back. I burned my bridges now, and once I burned, I just have to go forward. And that's gave me the courage. Even if to all the people, in last 2 months I lost 6 lakhs. And that is also a step back. It's not easy to lose money. But because of that, if I am going to start crying, being sad and all, I know I'm not going to help anybody, not to these dogs, not to my staff, not to myself. And that is what moves me, because end of the day, I have to do something for my staff. I have to do something for my dogs. And that gives me the courage to go forward. Money is something that follows me. I understood one thing is now that I don't have to follow money where I was doing for a restaurant. I lost it. But the moment I became the guy who is a go-to person for everything, people are, okay, you take this, Prakash. I don't have any problem. You increase price, it's okay. I trust you. So this is what changed in this past, because, if I don't do, all will crash. But limiting beliefs, problems, hurdles, financials will be there. If I'm not going to solve that one, I don't think I can help anyone.
Wow.
So that's me that courage.
I love it, man. Thank you so much for coming. And I know you're very busy. What did I tell you, right? All these people are crorepati's and they're running their successful businesses. You came here just to serve people and inspire people. Thank you so much on behalf of.
My pleasure.
Thank you for coming. Give it up for one and only Prakash Mohanta.